Monster stack time. This is the tournament I'm most excited for. Best structure tournament. 50K starting, hour levels. This type of structure lends itself to more skill, less luck because the levels are longer, the variance is lower. Got my luck over skill. I think we're gonna run hot with this hoodie on today. Let's go. Break, we got 88K, really good start. We're playing very, very aggressive. I had 100 at one point and we're at 88 now. We have plenty of chips. This is a fun tournament. I love a structure like this.
Good morning. Today's the Monster Stack. Exciting tournament, great tournament, big tournament. Last year it was like 1.1 million for first. This year should be similar. Rum's already in there crushing. He said he had like 100K at one point. He's at 88K. They just got started like an hour or two ago, so good start for Rum. Let's go. Yesterday I took the day off. I got to just relax, focus on the rest of the trip, reflect on what's happened. Yeah, I'm 0 for 3. I started 0 for 3 so far. Overall, I'm happy with how I've played. Out of my 3 bust outs, 2 of them have come where I was a 90% favorite to win the spot with 1 card to come and ended up losing those. And then the other one was just a cooler 2 pair versus 2 pair, big blind versus button for a massive pot. I'm getting it in high EV spots, and that's all I can ask for. But that's neither here nor there. I'm only focused on today. No real like chip goals or anything like that today. My real goal is to take my time in every single spot, make the correct decision in every single spot, and just leave it in the poker god's hands from there. In tournament poker, I mean, there's a lot of variance. The best players in the world make the money 1 out of every 5 tournaments they play. So like starting 0 for 3, like yeah, that sucks. It feels like a bummer, but realistically, it's not. It's expected. I mean, sometimes you're going to be hot and you're going to be cashing 5 out of 6 times. Sometimes you're not, and you're not going to cash any of those 6 times. So yeah, our goal is just to stay focused and just play every spot as good as we can. Let's get in there. It's time to get in there. They're going to be at like 400 big blind. I start with 50,000 chips, so over 100 bigs to start. That's fantastic. This is such a good structured tournament. Only 11 levels played in day 1. Starting with 50,000, 2,500 big blind being the last level. Tournaments don't come around like this that often. This is definitely the best structured tournament I'll play outside of the main event this whole year. So let's try to take advantage of this one. Hopefully the poker gods are on our side today. It's time to battle. All right, let's register. Came to the horseshoe side. I want to get the horseshoe today. Ram said he's in the horseshoe. Let's get a horseshoe table. I've been in the Paris every single time, so hoping for a horseshoe. Let's see. Got the new WSOP card. All right, let's see. Horseshoe. Not the best start. Lost a big one right away. I defend King 10 in the big blind. Button open. Flop came 8-8-10 with 2 clubs. We have King 10 with the 10 of clubs. I check. He bets 1,500. I call. The turn comes 2 of clubs. I check, and he just snap checks back. River comes 2 of spades, so it's 8-8-10, 2-2 with 3 clubs. I check, and then he bets 3,500. I make the call, and he has ace-2, so he has a small boat, 2's full of 8s, and we lose that one. Big blind. I pick up 10s under the gun. I open, I get 4 callers. Flop comes ace king 2. Checks around, turn comes 4. There's a bet and a call. I just have to fold. I defend king jack of clubs from the small blind. There was an open from early position to 1,200. I call. And the big blind calls, we go 3-way to the flop. The flop comes ace 2 3 all spades. So we fold king jack of clubs on this. It goes check check bet. We both fold. Break. This is my first break, second break of the tournament though.
Attention all dealers and players.
There's the announcement.
20-minute break.
We're on the first break. I have a little over 35K. Not a lot has gone our way. There's so much time to spin it up. The structure's so good. Tournament's so good. Rom's in there. Hopefully he's doing good. But yeah, we'll see you on the next break.
We are on the second break. We have 94.9K, which is good for like 150 big blinds. I've just been playing like a billion hands. My high point was like 111K. We have 94K. We're feeling good. It's a long day. It's a long tournament. Just steady build. Slow and steady build.
These 2 hours are much better than the first 2 hours. Just lost a decent sized pot there though. We have ace king, ace of spades, king of clubs. I open to 1300. We're at 600 big blind. Big blind defends. Flop comes 3-4 of spades, 9 of hearts. He checks. I bet 1500. He calls. Turn comes 8 of hearts. He checks. I check back. I mean, he just has a lot of like backdoor stuff that connects with. So he's just not. I'm not getting a fold on the turn very often. So I just check. River comes ace of hearts. He checks. I bet pot. I bet 6500. He calls. He has jack 3 of hearts for a flush. 16. $16. Hanging in there, got like in between 35 and like 37,000. Just can't really string it together once they get past there. I've gotten up to like 47 and like 45 and then right back down. Yeah, that last one, I opened 17 from the cutoff. Button calls and then the big blind shoves all in for 5,500. I queen jack O, we call, flop comes 842, we check, button bets, we fold.
You go faster. Go. After that, over the page out.
Good. Call, change coming.
On break.
Hey, 16.
18. Second break for us, third break of the tournament. 6 levels down. We have 18,500. The second to last hand before the break. I pick up 3s in the cutoff. Early opens to 18. We're at 800 big blind. I call. We're heads up to the flop. Flop comes 942. He fires 3,000. I call. He's continuing on that flop with all of his Broadway cards, all of his ace highs. Turns a 5, so we turn open-ended. It's a good card for us. This time he sizes up and he bets 8,000. The turn is just enough to keep me in there. He still has worse hands than us right here. There are 2 flush draws now on the board. Even though it's such a big bet, kind of seemed more like a bluff than a value bet. River comes 5 and he puts me all in. He bets 55,000. I only have like 18,000. I go into the tank for a couple of minutes trying to think everything out. I mean, he's really repping an over overpair. That's like the only thing that's going to beat us right here. I really wanted to stick it in there. I thought about it. Ultimately, I made the right decision and folded. He showed me a 9. Must have had ace-9 suited or something like that. Just an unfortunate board. I'm glad I did not make the hero call. I just ended up giving him credit for 10s plus because he would have played 10s plus exactly the same way. We have 18,000 coming back to 1,000 big blinds. So 18 big blinds is not bad at all. Plenty to work with. We're going to be looking to get it all in, whether that be 3-bet shoves. I'm even going to have some open shoves with certain hands. So let's just double and then get back to playing normal. So 18K coming back. Let's do it. Rom's got over 100K on break. Let's go. Keep going, Rom.
All right, we are on the third break. On the first hand back from the last break, we had a really interesting hand against Eric Baldwin. At 600 big blind, he opened to 1,500 from the low jack. The cutoff called, the button called. To me in the big blind, I make a 7K with ace jack of hearts. So it looks like I'm squeezing here a little bit to him, I guess. And he pops it back to 14K. He 4-bets to 14K. The other two in the middle, they fold. And the thing is, I've been very, very aggressive. So I know that he's perceiving my range as pretty open here. So I call. Flop is 9-7-5 rainbow with 1 heart. I check it to him and he c-bets for 5K. So the thing about this size is there's about 30 or 35K in the middle. If he has a hand like aces, kings, queens, any overpair, he's not going to bet 5K. He's going to protect it a little bit more on a flop like 5-7-9. And at this point, I feel like I can credibly rep some sets here. My range is probably going to have pocket 7s and pocket 9s, especially the way I've been playing. So I check raise it to 16.5K. Back to him, and he thinks for a bit, and ends up folding. We scooped that one. We have 104.2K right now. We're returning to 1K big blind. This is our tournament.
Just missed it, man. Thank you, sir. You suck!
All folds for the first 25 minutes. Went through the blinds once. We're big blind next hand. Under the gun right now, just folded it. But, you know, this is a great structure. Plenty of time to come back. Even if I fold right now, I'm still going to be down to like 13 and a half bigs, so I'll still be fine. Easy decision there in the big. Fold king 2. Next hand we will be under the gun. All folds, all folds. We had king 10 on the button, but it was opened, called. If it folded to us, we would have shoved it with our 13.4K. But as played, it's just a fold, and good thing it was because they played a huge pot, like an ace 4-5 flop. Under the gun +1, we pick up 5s. Under the gun, who's literally folded the whole time that we've been back from break, just like I have, he just opened for the first time. Crazy. So, I mean, obviously I just can't do anything. I just have to fold. I would have shoved if he folded, but I'm in a flip at best whenever he's opening under the gun. There's no fold equity really. He's making it 2,500. I have 13.4 and he's got like 75K. So I don't have a ton of fold equity there. So I'm like flipping at best. A lot of times he just has a higher pair and I'm just dominated. So it's just a fold. Under the gun next hand and then big blind. Hopefully we can get one under the gun. That'd be nice. Just had 5s. These king and 10s. It's been drawing dead.
See you guys later. Take a nice healthy side. Seward. Start from the left. He really did. Oink. The right pressure.
Still all folds. King 8 of spades in the big blind. It went open, 3-bet shove for like 25K, so I had to fold. We pick up ace 6 of hearts on the button, and it's just an open rip for like 25K. Same guy. We just have to fold. We have 10.9. We're still fine. We still have 10 bigs. Let's double up, get to 20, and then we'll go from there. Blinds just went up to 6 and 1200, so yeah, the 10.9 is no longer 10 bigs. We're just gonna stay patient, look for our spot. We've got a few free hands. Oil would do it. We got one through. A little bit of a close one there, but the big blind was not at the table, so I was getting through one less person, and the most important thing is the big blind wasn't going to have to make a decision where he might have felt like he had to call. So yeah, 13.9, and we're now big blind next hand. Good game. Bullet one of the monster stack. We pick up king queen of hearts in the big blind. It's open from the cutoff. We 3-bet shove. Flop comes great. Queen jack 7, and then he turns a jack. We have to river a queen to win, and we don't. We'll be back in there tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna have to think more about the pocket 3 spot. Maybe it's fold on the turn. Rom's still in there. He says he's crushing, so he must have like 150, 200K. He's running good. He's playing good. He's gonna back piles. Let's get some rest, and we'll be back in there tomorrow trying to do something good. That does it for the monster stack day 1B for me. Let's go, Rom.
Here on the dinner break, peaked at around 155K. We have 122K. We're gonna be coming back to 1500 big blind. By the way, if you come to Vegas and you're playing poker, do not trust Uber Eats. They do not get you your food in time. I paid for the express delivery. I don't even know if they're gonna make it here on the dinner break. I ordered like 25 minutes before the dinner break even started. And that happened the other night too. Don't get Uber Eats. Take it from me. We have 3 levels to go, and that's it. We're almost to the end of the day. We played 8 levels. We got 3 more to go. Last break of the night, we're gonna come back, play 1 level. We were cruising along really nicely, had 160K. Got rivered on a kind of an ugly spot, but it's all good. It's all good, no problem. We have 118.5K, and we're coming back to 1K, 2,500, 2,500. And that's gonna be the end of the night right there. Let's find that bag. Let's make it to the end of the night, get tomorrow off, and then have day 2 the day after. First hand back from break. I'm gonna give you all an update. I'm frustrated about it. Defended against the range with jack 8 of clubs, 3-way. It came king 9-6 with 2 clubs. I check call from the original range of 7,500. Turn comes 5 of clubs, makes me a flush. I check, he checks back, rivers a 4 of clubs. I check, call 12K. He has queen 9 with the queen of clubs. The same guy who rivered me earlier. We're gonna get it back. We're bagging peanuts, but we have a chance. 70K. We'll come back with a chance. Day is complete, rough last level, but you know what, we can't complain, we bagged, we're still in the tournament, we still have a fighting shot. We're coming back with 23 big blinds. We have 70K at 3K big blind. I'm gonna spin that up. It feels bad because 70 is my low point. I never had less than 70 pretty much since level 1. Oh well, gonna take some bumps and bruises along the way. We're gonna come back strong on Monday.